Hello! Welcome to our first ever read-in. We've been talking about doing this for a little while now and decided, if not now, when?
I wish I could remember who gave us this idea because it's definitely someone in the comments.
Yeah. But yeah, we're really excited. So the whole idea of this is it's going to be like a write-in, but instead of working and writing, we're going to be reading. So yeah, I see that we have a comment from Savvy Book Reviews who's so pumped. I am also pumped. I need, it's sad to need an excuse to read, but I need it, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
I'm going to sit down and read for like half an hour instead of like, oh, I should be folding laundry or something, which I should be doing.
This works out well for me because last week I went to pick up like one book from the library that came in on holding, came out with like 7 books that I, need to read before they're due. So
yes, I know. Because I moved recently, and so I went to get my library card. And so, of course, while I was getting my library card, I picked up some books, and I brought home like 3 books, and I didn't finish any of them. Like, I kept renewing them, and I didn't finish any of them. And I was like, I feel like a failure.
Some of the ones I have are like new releases, which a lot of times they don't let you renew those because they're new. So I'm prioritizing.
Yeah, I think they only let me renew them like twice or something, and then I had to return them. But yeah, what's everybody reading?
I'm going to be listening to, I have like an hour left on the audiobook for Lovely War. So if I put it on faster, I might be able to get through it tonight. We'll see. It's like a lot of British accents, so some of them I can like listen to fast, and some of them I'm like, this is too much. I cannot.
Yeah.
Because it's like a full cast, so there's a bunch of different narrators, and I have to like adjust the speed at every chapter.
I was trying to remember if I listened to the audiobook for that, but no, I don't think I did. I think I just read it. But that would be a cool audiobook.
Yeah, it's been neat.
It's a really cool book. What about you, Kyra? Which of your library books?
The Vanishing Deep by Astrid Schultz. So I'm like midway through this one and liking it so far. So kind of an interesting premise sci-fi.
I am rereading The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. I'm that far into it. I'm probably about 2/3 of the way through it. I read it a few years ago after it came out and never read the sequels, even though I really liked it. So,
is it a complete series now? I feel like it's one I've been meaning to read for a long time.
Yeah, it's a trilogy. It's over. So, Stephanie says, I should be editing my Nano project, but I'm going to read Witches of Ashen Ruin instead. What an excellent book. I believe it's by E. Latimer.
Erin will be here in a couple minutes. She's just running a little late, so I'll make it even cooler.
Yeah. And then Savvy Book Reviews is reading Blue Star's Prophecy by Erin Hunter.
Oh, I don't think I've heard of that.
Author sounds familiar.
Is anyone else watching? Let us know in the comments what you're reading.
Yeah. I think we'll probably, since this is our first time doing this, I was trying to figure out how to structure it. I think maybe we'll do like 2 20-minute reading sprints. It's a little bit shorter than a write-in. And maybe like after each one, we'll talk about what's going on in the books. We'll see. We'll wing it. Yeah, so I think we'll probably start at the 10. So in a few minutes. So we do have a couple Wordnerds who are kind of running late, so we'll see if they show up in the next few minutes or not. Mooney Queen is reading If I Had Your Face by Frances Cha. All these books I haven't heard of.
This is really starting to make me feel like I'm just behind on what books are out now.
How dare you not know all the books?
I feel like there was a point where I was pretty aware of everything.
That's true.
Older books or anything like that, but I used to like know all the books that had come out. Probably not all of them, but I don't know. I feel like between all of us, we talked about a lot of different books, and I just hear about them one way or another, even if I haven't read them. Yeah. I am behind.
Even just like a year or 2 ago, I was like really up on like all the YA that was coming out and stuff. And now I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. I wonder if like it's just an industry change as much as like us getting busy kind of thing. Like it feels less buzzy than it used to be. Like it's more. Just a general flow of books. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like for me, it's also partly just because I've changed jobs. So that isn't my focus as much anymore. And I think a lot of us, we've like kind of diversified what we read. And so it's easier, like when I was like just focusing on YA, it was easier to like kind of keep up with all the big stuff there. But when you're reading a lot of different categories and genres, it gets harder.
Yeah, I remember when I was like more focused on YA, and I would like watch the Tea Time with Team Epic Reads kind of thing. And they do like book unboxings every quarter or something where they show you every Harper Teen book coming. So I was like watching that kind of stuff and like working to stay on top of what was coming out. So.
Yeah. It's like I look through like the review catalogs that librarians look through, but I'm not focusing on the fiction so much. Like I look through it just to see what's coming out, but
yeah. I think I've started relying pretty heavily on like you guys and social media to like tell me which ones I should be excited about. Like there's so many and I can't keep track. So I'm waiting for like to hear which ones people are excited about or have loved to really save me the trouble.
Leslie is reading 30-Pound Backpack by Lee A. Wake.
Also, I've not heard that one.
No.
We are 1 for 4.
But we've heard of Witches of Ashen Ruin. We know that one.
If a word nerd wrote it, we're definitely on top of it.
I don't know, Kelly, you have a lot of books. I don't know if I could name all of them. I know I couldn't name all of them.
Off the top of my head, I probably couldn't name all of them.
Is anyone drinking anything? I have chai tea.
I have s'more tea.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Pretty wonderful.
I was running from my day job, so I don't have tea, and that's a mistake. I have a water bottle.
That's
hydrated.
Probably not a mistake, staying hydrated, but
tea's mostly water. It's probably reasonably hydrated.
Flavored water. So all right. It is now the 10, so we're going to read for 20 minutes and be back at the 30. So enjoy, everyone. Welcome back. It's the 30. I don't know if I should like ask how many pages people read.
Yeah, the audiobook, it's easy. I listen to about 20 minutes.
Or technically more of it if you were speeding it up.
I had a bit of an emotional roller coaster because I got excited. Like, oh, my hands are free. I can eat while I'm reading a book, but then I couldn't hear over myself chewing. It was awful.
Oh, no. Problems. Crank the volume up really loud.
I read like 22 pages.
Nice.
Also, welcome Megan and Aaron.
Hello. Hello.
I brought where is it? I don't know where. The second one to We Hunt the Flame, and I was going to start it and then realized I have zero idea what happened in the first book. Cannot remember.
Oops.
Flames were hunted, I assume.
Yes, stuff and things happened.
Earlier in the comments, Aaron, someone said that they are reading Witches of Ash and Ruin.
Oh, yay!
During this read-in.
That makes me very happy.
So Leslie asks, so are we supposed to report how many pages we read or something? How does this work? Go for it.
That's a good question. If we're still figuring it out.
Yeah, I think it's I mean, part of me is like, oh, that's cool. But also it's like, you don't have to feel bad if you read slower than other people. Just like write-ins. You don't have to feel bad if you write less than other people.
Before we talked about like sharing a line you liked or something, but like we would just end up spoiling a lot of books accidentally.
I fully intended to be done with all my homework, and then I got stuck on a problem, and so I've been staring at the same 4 sentences in my textbook for the last 20 minutes. I cannot figure it out.
What class is it for?
It's a web development. So I'm doing making grids in style sheets, and I keep doing one thing and then it messes up 7 other things.
Oh no.
But if I finish it, I brought Alicia Dow's The Sound of Stars.
I'm also cheating a little bit because like I said, I can't remember anything from the book I was going to read. So I have to I'm going to reread the first one. So instead I'm doing writing work. But it's still reading.
Definitely.
Still counts.
Alley Cat is reading The Silmarillion by J.R.R. Tolkien.
I saw that.
Finally, another book that someone's mentioned that I've actually heard of. Earlier, everything everyone was reading, me, Kelly, and Cairo were like, we don't know what that is.
In high school, I tried to read The Silmarillion, and I think I cracked one page and was like, yeah, no. I can't get through this.
I think I've maybe read one of the stories from it, but
it's
not
just
the whole thing.
Way more intense than Lord of the Rings. Feels like.
Is it the Silmarillion that they're adapting?
I think it's part of it or something.
Yeah, it's like a general other content. So.
It's like a specific time period, I think, that it's covering.
It's like Tolkien miscellany.
Who's doing it? Is it Peter Jackson again?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I think
on Amazon
Prime is producing it.
Yeah, it's a show rather than a movie, right? So it'll be longer form.
Gotcha.
Nile Woman. I didn't get to read any pages because I was searching for my notebook, but I'm reading the book Writing About Villains, How to Create Compelling Dark Characters for Your Fiction by Rain Hall. That's cool.
I feel like that's a just general topic we haven't done in a while for whenever we're trying to come up with chat ideas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or do a workshop on it, probably.
Yeah, we should definitely do a villains workshop, and I'd love to just chat about writing darker storylines.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in.
Yeah, I thought you might be.
Guess we can read some more at the 35.
That sounds good.
Yeah. So I said at the beginning that we'll probably just do 2 20-minute ones because that'll bring us to an hour. So it's perfect. So yeah, we will start now, I guess, and we'll be back at the 55. Enjoy whatever it is you're reading. And we're done.
Ah.
I finished my book.
Yay!
I'm sure you said this at the beginning, but what book was it?
Lovely War still. No, I'm done now. Now I can move on.
Huzzah!
I read like
And I-
26 pages. I'm like really close to being finished.
Yay!
Yay!
And then I can finally read the second book.
I realized what was throwing me off with listening to the audiobooks. It wasn't so much the accents, there's piano music. And so if you have it on increased speed, the piano music makes you feel very frantic.
Yep.
That's weird to have music in the background of an audiobook.
The characters a couple of them were pianists and stuff. So it was like kind of like that era ragtime kind of, and not like through the whole thing, just at the beginning of some chapters. And like, it was a very well produced audiobook with lots of little things like that. But
Jeez,
That's not entirely uncommon. And I frequently listen, like, especially like right at the beginning, they'll be like, "Doo-doo-doo-doo, this book is bad."
Oh yeah, for sure, yeah.
And I always, because I like listen to audiobooks really fast. That first part, it always is like, oh no.
Oh no.
My
favorite
listened to like a couple like kind of like creepier books that'll they'll have some creepy music every once in a while and then
Yeah, in between I can see. That's so funny though, Kelly, especially if it's a ragtime, it would be
yeah, like
really
it's like very jaunty, very fast already, and it's so okay. Like, I feel like I should be like whipping around my house, cleaning everything, and like 3 times speed or something. Yeah.
My favorite is sometimes people will put like real song lyrics in their books. And I don't know if it's a licensing thing, but like the narrator doesn't sing it. So it'll be on like double speed and the narrator is just like, "Hey, now you're an all-star. Get your game on. Go play."
It must be a personal narration choice, because I have listened to lots of audiobooks this year, and like I've noticed some of them do sing it and some of them are like, nah. And they
Really?
just say it out loud, yeah.
It's so awkward when they don't sing it.
I wonder if that's like the narrator as well. If like some of them are like, "I am a voice actor. I am not a singer. Please no."
Yeah.
The Devouring Gray has a song that like they sing about the gray.
Oh, yeah.
And in the audiobook, it is so good. They sing it and then they like layer the narrator's voice a bunch of times so that it sounds all echoey. It's very cool.
That's really cool.
Creepy.
Yeah.
I very much wish that Will Patton actually sang Squash 1, Squash 2. With his like old man southern accent.
That would have been awesome.
I did more homework. I have everything sorted now except for one thing that I cannot figure out because it's not. So like I said earlier, it's a coding class that I'm doing homework for. And like I've sorted out all the things and I did something just wrong enough that it has made this navigation thing go from vertical to horizontal and I need it vertical. But it's not wrong enough that anything else on the page looks wrong. So I'm gonna be here all night, folks. Hi, Des.
No.
Megan, you should take a break and just like clear your entire brain from it and then look at it again, because a lot of times it is just like with coding, it's like, oh,
it's a semicolon.
Yep, it's a semicolon. Oh, I didn't indent that enough.
Yeah.
And the nice thing with coding is the answer is always to Google it. So someone has had this problem before and put the question somewhere on the internet. You just have to know how to find it.
Yeah.
Learning to look stuff up is so much of learning coding. No one just knows it all.
Yeah. I've been staring at it for so long. I'm so tired of this textbook. All I want to do is read The Sound of Stars by Alicia Chow.
No, you should like take a break and like move, go walk around your house or make food or something.
Yeah, that's why I took a dinner break. That's why I was late. I was like, I cannot go straight into the chat without eating dinner.
And
Yeah.
Vanessa asked when the next read-in is. I don't know.
That's a good question.
This was kind of us testing the idea to see how it went. So
Pretty good turnout.
yeah.
Seems like it's
I'm
something.
in. I'd do this again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would do it again, but actually read.
I read a couple chapters, which was great. So
Yeah, as
so yeah,
Stephanie
we'll let
said,
you know.
I feel like these read-ins are going to make us all faster readers.
Yeah.
Even just
Yeah.
having the dedicated reading time is so nice. We talked about it a bit at the beginning of the chat, but Megan probably struggles to relate to this. But finding the time to read can be a bit of a struggle, or just like, I don't know. I look forward to this because it's just like dedicated reading time. I'm just gonna snuggle with my tea and enjoy it.
Yeah, I really like, because I find a lot of time to listen to audiobooks, but not as much time to read the physical books. And so I was really looking forward to like, oh, set time to sit down with a physical book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm finding the same thing. I'm having to force myself to sit down with a physical book, even though I know that once I do, I really enjoy it. But it feels like during the day I need to be running around doing things, and then at night I just listen to audiobooks and go for a walk. So I'm like, when is the physical book time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I go through a lot more audiobooks than physical books these days.
Mm-hmm. I never would have thought that would be the fact for me, but it's so convenient. Like
Yeah.
I now like go for a 30-minute walk on the treadmill downstairs and just listen to my audiobook the whole time. I'm like, I would not be exercising otherwise because I think it's insanely boring. So
Yeah, I in January I read a lot of books, and 4 of them were physical books, and then just like 18 of them were audiobooks.
Wow. That's nuts.
It was life-changing downloading the Libby app.
Misty Kate asked what Will Patton was reading. He reads the Raven Boys books, those audiobooks.
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
And now The Dreamers, he also reads those.
And yeah, it sounds like lots of people got reading done. Crazy Foxy got through 10 pages of their book, which they're editing. Leslie finished chapter 2 and is on chapter 3. Nile Woman just started reading The Secret Book and Scone Society, which is a very cool title by Ellery Adams.
That is the first one of the ones I didn't recognize that I'm going to look up.
Right? I would like to be in a Secret Book and Scone Society.
Ew, I like books and
Side project.
Yeah. So, and everyone is impressed by Megan's reading.
It's not going to happen again. It was just a January thing.
Goodreads can't find that book. I feel like it's a very secret society.
Is Ellery Adams?
Scone, one of
Yeah,
those
The
words
Secret
spelled
Book
different than I think it should be.
No, it's The Secret. The Secret Book and Scone Society. So Amazon says A Secret. Goodreads says The Secret.
Good done, Goodreads. Weird. I'm just not meant to know about the society.
It came up right away on Google for me.
You're not invited, Kelly.
Yeah.
You didn't make the cut.
Yeah, I've got it on Google, but not on Goodreads. That's so weird.
Oh, okay. I like the cover.
The first link on Google is Goodreads, so now I'm there. You can't stop.
I wonder if it's because there's a comma in the title.
Maybe. Oh, and I also typed out and. The Goodreads should know how to handle these things.
Now I want scones.
I just want a secret book.
Next
society.
read-in.
You should do a scones and book reading.
I still want to do a bake-in at some point where Megan teaches us how to bake something.
Yes.
Scones.
I have like
But
a 100
American
foot.
scones or British scones? They're
American
different.
Scones. I don't eat British scones. British scones
Yeah.
are not good.
I have a 100-foot Ethernet cord, so I can be plugged right into my internet in the kitchen.
Wait, am I thinking of crumpets?
Crumpets are like spongy biscuits.
Yeah, those are what I don't like. I've had those and was like, this is disappointing. Not good at all.
Yeah, I definitely don't know how to follow the pastries apart.
Yeah.
British scones are kind of like American biscuits, but like the texture is a little bit different. But it's like a kind of a similar concept.
I call two things scones. There's like scones that are like round and you put peanut butter or butter or whatever, and then there's scones that are like flavored and they have pointy ends.
That's
The
the
pointy
one I
ones-
know.
Pointy ones are America. The round ones are British.
Okay, we have both of them here. And I like both.
You guys have everything.
Because Canada's a
Healthcare,
weird.
double scone.
We're a little
It
bit
is
of both.
Canada's a North American British hybrid.
Pretty much. It's not that off. We have both kinds of scones.
All right. Well, I guess
We
we're
will
done
do
for the
another
night.
one of these.
Yes,
so.
we will do this again, and we will let y'all know when we
Try
decide.
to tell you in advance.
Yeah.
Please like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe, and follow us on Twitter if you want to know when those will be. Yeah, so that's our Twitter handle, Wordnerds Vlog. All right. So thanks for coming tonight, everyone, and we will see y'all on Sunday. We are doing a workshop on tension, so come to that.
Yeah.
All right. Good night. Bye.
Bye.